Hi and welcome to this Leo-inspired reading for August 2025. This doesn't have to be used for August 2025. If you're drawn to the title, maybe you are finding some inspiration or some insight. I am using the symbolism of the tarot as well as the symbolism of Western astrology to maybe unfold new layers of consciousness, to gain a little more insight into a situation, to get some inspiration. I am not a fortune teller. I will not tell you what to do. I'm merely working with these tools to maybe find a new perspective for a situation. So let's see what the cards want to say and what we want to talk about today. The sun is entering Leo at this month. So this is the first reading I'm doing for August. I'm always doing the sun movement sign first. So I'm very curious about what wants to come out. All right, ooh, the World card. And it was while I was shuffling the cards before I started the reading, it was already coming out. The World card is a beautiful, beautiful card, especially with a moon also in Leo that we have on the 22nd, which is actually today. That's cool. We are really entering a new cycle. No, I'm sorry, on the 24th is the new moon in Leo. We are entering a new cycle. We are entering a new world. We are entering a new version of ourselves. And we might be ready to really step into that new version full on. Like we are ready to take that big step into this next adventure, into this next book, I want to say. I always like to say it's not a new chapter, it's a full new book. And we are really ready to also leave a past version of us behind, but it's a very joyful transition, as you can see. This lady in the World card is dancing through this gate, dancing through this circle, very free, very open, very unashamed, and she is ready to enter this new adventure. So this is the last card of the Major Arcana, the World card, and we are really entering into something very, very new, where everything is possible and we are ready to step into that new self. Very beautiful. It's like a rebirth, but on a much bigger scale. All right. Ooh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The Ten of Swords is coming out. Maybe we are really done, like for real, with a way of thinking, with a way of moving mentally, also with a strategy maybe. We are here really forced also to end a way of doing things, to end a way of thinking. The swords talk about everything that is going on in the mind. The swords talk about everything that is going on in our mental realm. So we might just hit a dead end and be really ready to let go of a certain circuit in our brain, I want to say. And that's actually a really beautiful combination here, even though I know this card looks very brutal. It's a beautiful combination here with the World card, because we are absolutely actually thrilled to step into this new thing and to let something old go, an old version of ourselves, an old belief system, an old way of thinking, an old programming, I want to say, with the swords, because the swords often represent this type of programming that we have within us that is just not working for us anymore. So yeah, I love this. Very cool combination. Ooh, and we have the Leo card here in the subconscious or unconscious mind, which is really great. And I wish, like, I don't know if you know this tarot reader, Dove and Serpent Tarot, Paul. I really love his readings. I'm very much into his stuff, and he always has this bell where he's ringing the power card bell. And I wish I would have a bell right now that I could ring for your Leo power card, obviously, because there is the Strength card appearing in the subconscious, and it's really this long-lasting drive that we instrumentalize for our forward movement, and it is a long-lasting type of energy that we mastered to control here with this card. As you can see, this lady is holding the head and the mouth of this lion, and she's with a gentle force is controlling the beast next to her or within her in our case. And this is a very, very masterful energy that gives us a lot of passion, a lot of long lasting drive forward, and a lot of also fire at the same time. So we really step into our own power, into our own selves. And as I mentioned, also the strength card is the Leo card in the tarot. So this is really a big step, I feel like. And of course, when we get the sun in the own sign, then we often have these very clear energetic things going on within ourselves, or we really feel ourselves. So I feel like you're feeling yourself on a higher level, probably. So what are we leaving behind? I feel like we are not necessarily leaving this behind, but we know that we've come far, and the way we came here was through a lot of work also. As I said, we've mastered something, and the Eight of Pentacles for me is really mastering something, maybe a skill, maybe working a lot on your personality. It could be where you really see results, really putting the focus into a thing. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, we know that we've worked hard for this. We've worked hard for this moment where we're finally ready to step into this new adventure, this kind of unknown adventure. I'm very curious what's coming after the World card here. So yeah, with a lot of diligence, with a lot of work, and with a lot of focus, and with a lot of discipline also, we've mastered a serious and deeper connection to our true selves, and a passion to live that out in the real world. So yeah, I love it. Ooh, the Empress wants to come out. I mean, this is amazing. Wow, this is such an amazing reading. The Empress wants to fall into the future position, or where we're moving into. And she wanted to fall a little bit in the subconscious, but that just means to me that it might now be coming to the surface, the realization how much power we actually have, how much manifestation power we actually have, how much attracting power we actually have, how much comfort we can actually live in with all this work that we've done, and that we can finally step into this power, into this very gentle, kind, but still powerful energy of the Empress, who is really capable of creating the environment that she wants from a very, very comfortable place. So when we look at her throne, she sits very comfortably here in her throne, and she is not stressed. She doesn't look stressed. She looks alert, I want to say. I often feel like, or she looks discerning in a way, and she has to be, because she's the Empress and she attracts a lot of energies. As when we have the Empress here, we are very attractive and things come to us very naturally. So of course we have to be discerning also, to be able to cut out the things that we don't want in our environment, that we don't want in our life, that we don't want in our creation process. Just because I get a lot of offers from people doesn't mean I have to take them all. And the Empress is very, very aware, and therefore she has this very, I think, detecting look on her face. I just recently had this realization that the look on her face is kind of really detecting in a way, and I like that, because she of course she wants to keep her comfortable space here. And also we have Venus on this card, which is also interesting because Venus is moving into Leo on August 25th. So there is time for more beauty, more luxury, more of the beautiful and nice things in our lives with the Venus in our sign. And that is what we all want to invite right now. And the Empress is of course inviting all the beauty, all the comfort, all the fun, but not when she's upright, not in a extreme or hedonistic way, but in a just very comfortable way. So, oh wow, I love it. I love this for Leo. So let's see what the higher self wants to tell us. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Wow, this is such a beautiful balanced reading. I'm getting chills all over. The Queen of Cups comes really from this very gentle place of love, of kindness, of kind leadership, also through vulnerability, but not as a weakness, but as a strength, through openness, through at the same time being very discerning, how to communicate, I want to say, your feelings, how to bring them out, how to express them, because there is a lid on the cup, as you can see in this card, and she's very, very, I don't want to say careful or afraid of sharing, but she really does not just give out all the love as this endless vessel, and she's not gonna get sucked dry. And with this energy, of course, we step into the Empress energy, and this is, I mean, this combination, there's a lot of feminine energy going on that we might have been integrated. I want to say maybe we really worked ourselves through a phase of getting in contact with our feminine side, or with a mother theme or a mother issue. Maybe we've really worked something out there. Maybe we stepped more into a more healthy femininity, a more powerful femininity, and we learned to also make sure that we can focus that into a certain direction. This is really beautiful. There's a lot of really female power here. If you're not female identifying, then it could be that you're integrating your feminine parts of the self. It doesn't mean you don't have to, you know, identify as a woman to integrate your female or feminine, feminine energy. It is important to find that caring and kind and motherly side within you, whatever your, you know, gender expression is. So that's very, it's just a very beautiful picture. It's just really beauty on so many levels, and a readiness to really step more into that comfortable place of trusting, of knowing that you're working with the environment, the universe, nature. The Empress is also very much working with the natural cycles, in a very calm and a very, very peaceful place, and a beautiful place at the same time. So let's see how we see ourselves right now. Ooh, wow, this reading is extremely powerful. The Fool. There's a lot of heart energy going on as well in this reading. So we have this solar plexus energy with all this yellow. Look at all this yellow in these cards. And we do have a lot of red, which is also about, of course, the passion. And we do have a lot of green also in these cards, which is about the heart chakra. So we're really open. We are really opening our hearts here with the Fool to this new journey. And interestingly enough, and that's why I am the art of tarot, I always have to say, I'm sorry, but interestingly enough, of course, we're stepping from the World card, which is the last card of the big journey of the major arcana, and it's the number 21, into the Zero card, the Fool, which is exactly that transition that is very natural and logical, and how it's supposed to be. We're stepping in all the possibilities. We're realizing that we have endless possibilities here. And with the Fool card in the Zero, we can also see this connection to the World card, as she, in this World card, the lady is stepping through a zero. So this is already indicating that we are stepping into something completely new, and we can really be open to all the possibilities. We can really imagine things coming in. We can draw things in with our imagination, and we can keep our heart open. So this is amazing. We have so many positive major arcana cards, and none of them is coming out in the reverse, even though I am reading these cards in the reverse. So let's see if we can find some influences from the outside. That's the next position. Two of Wands. Well, I mean, of course, the Two of Wands, when we are in this Empress position, there's a lot of people who see a lot of possibilities with us. So as we can see, this gentleman here is looking at the Empress, and he is looking at this globe in front of him, and he has the whole world in his hand, and he's looking at this Empress, and he's like, oh wow, this is something where I really want to step into action, and where I want to get control over the moment, where I want to also get active about connecting to that type of energy. And maybe somebody is a little bit in a waiting position, but they're still figuring out how they want to move because they want to move right. The Three of Wands, the next card after the Two of Wands, would be really moving the right way and not just doing a thing, but also doing the right thing. So somebody might still make out a little bit of a plan and think, but it's very focused, very attracted. In general, people, it doesn't have to be a romantic thing, are of course like looking at you, being very attracted at this point. There might be a lot of just, you know, attention on you right now from several people or from different people, and people want to move towards your way. This makes a lot of sense, but at the same time they're also discerning in a sense of their own actions. They're not just like running towards you. They know, okay, I cannot just run towards an empress. I gotta have a kind of a plan and a vision. But it seems like it's very inspiring where I am right now for a lot of people. And even also maybe people from a distance, because with the Two of Wands in this deck, I often think that there might be a distance. This wanted to fall into a Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. Interesting. In the subconscious here in the past, you might have worked through anxieties, maybe, and that's an intuitive take right now, anxieties also when it comes to other people, what they think. And that you're not too concerned about what they think anymore. And that you're not too concerned about how people move, and more about how you position yourself, if you know what I mean. All right, wow, okay. Because working through the Nine of Swords is kind of difficult. It's not an easy task. That's where we learn how to really control our anxieties, our fears, our doubts, our self-loathing, all these things that we kind of want to have control over in our mind, but we have a hard time controlling them. So this is a big one. This is really a biggie, and it seems like you're very successful here with stepping into your power again. So what are the fears and the concerns? Eight of Wands. Well, yeah, with the Empress, we don't want to get rushed. And the Eight of Wands could be a concern that things are happening too fast, or that too much things are happening at the same time, especially when we're in such a powerful position, because the Empress wants to stay kind of comfortable at the same time. She is a very high achiever, high-end creator, manifester, but she doesn't want to get stressed out. She's very comfortable here in her space. So maybe we are a little afraid to really get into the faster lane, get into a lot of movement. This could be asking for stress, but this is more like riding the wave than getting swallowed by the wave. So we want to make sure that we stay on top of the wave. Maybe we are just a little afraid that we are gonna crash in the fast lane. That's how I experience this. Here on the bottom of the deck right now, 10 of Cups, so amazing. This is such a positive reading. I love this. All right, what's the key card? Last card. You guys, this is probably, I think I've hardly ever done a more positive reading than this. Also 8 of Cups in the reverse on the bottom of the deck, beautiful. The Star. You're really trusting and arriving at a place with the Star where you know this is where you're supposed to be. And the Star, as well as the Empress, is in no rush, obviously. So this Star is hanging out here at the water, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the ground, which means that there's 1 foot in reality, 1 foot in our emotional world, and we are kind of balancing out these realities and energies as this person in this card is doing. And she knows that she's co-creating with the universe. There is these stars in the background, also the Venus star is here. So we have this beautiful, beautiful picture of ourselves really arriving within us, within a place where we also sense that we are creating a bigger picture together with forces that work with us, and that we are right where we're supposed to be at the right time, right now. And we do have Mercury retrograde also going through Leo, and I think a lot of us people are really reminiscing, like, where is our place, how can we step into our power more, and how can we really shine, because Leo is about shining. And with the star we have the perfect card to sum up this reading, that we arrive in this place where we can really shine. So beautiful, and where we don't, I just want to add, where we don't need to be stressed out about how fast or how slow things are going, because we really know that we are at the right place at the right time. There is a lot of trust with this card. There's a lot of certainty also that we are safe, that we are secure, that we are right where we're supposed to be. And this is just an amazing ending to this reading. So thank you so much for being here. Please check out my description box for all the ways you can get in touch with me or support this channel. And please like, subscribe, comment. Of course, that's the most important thing to make this channel continue growing. And I'm very thankful you found this reading, so I hope I see you next time. Goodbye.